Normal People is an Irish romantic psychological drama television series and is based on the 2018 novel of the same name by Sally Rooney. The series follows the relationship between Marianne Sheridan, played by Daisy Edgar-Jones, and Connell Waldron, played by Paul Mescal, as they navigate adulthood from their final days in secondary school to their undergraduate years in Trinity College. The series was primarily written by Rooney and Alice Birch and directed by Lenny, Abrahamson and Hettie, Macdonald. At the 72nd Primetime Emmy Awards, the series was nominated for 4 awards, including Outstanding Lead Actor for Mescal and Outstanding Directing by Abrahamson. Now, Normal People is an entrancing, moving and absolutely beautiful true love story for the ages. And you find yourself investing so heavily into the 2 main leads. You are taken on a journey with Connell and Marianne. And the story encapsulates how true love in real life really plays out. From stubborn moments to words left unsaid, the story plays out like a contrast from the usual fantasy romance that we allow ourselves to escape into, and how we like to cling on to the belief that love conquers all and that the 2 main protagonists will live happily ever after. That, though, is not real life, and Normal People understands this perfectly. It slaps you in the face with a harsh dose of reality, intertwined with love and passion and purity. Connell Waldron is a well-liked, academically gifted student and athlete. His mother works as a cleaner for Marianne's family. He struggles with what he wants out of life and decides to follow Marianne's suggestion and applies to be an undergraduate at Trinity College in Dublin to study English. Marianne Sheridan is a student from an affluent family who is studious, outspoken, and therefore disliked. She begins a relationship with Connell, which he suggests they keep secret. She later attends Trinity College in Dublin and studies history and politics. Now, this is where the show begins. You see Connell as a cool jock, handsome with swagger. He knows who he's supposed to be, but he doesn't really know who he is. Marianne, on the other hand, is an outcast. She's rejected by the rest of her peers, and therefore she doesn't fit in. But these 2 are naturally drawn to each other. There's an unspoken tension throughout the show, and it plays out beautifully. And so begins their affair. But of course Connell doesn't want to let anybody know. He feels insecure about who he is, and therefore puts their delicate connection under strain. Now, Connell and his mother are very close, in contrast to the high tension between Marianne and her family, which continues to grow throughout the show. So now, due to this conflict and mistreatment of Marianne, Connell and Marianne go their separate ways. A few years later now, you see them at Trinity College, and the roles are now reversed. Marianne has become the popular one, and Connell is the friendless loner. After once again meeting at a party, they decide that they still want each other in their lives, despite Marianne moving on. At first it starts off as a friendship, but their connection is too strong and deep, and suddenly the affair begins once more. But Connell battles at Trinity to fit in financially, and instead of reaching out to Marianne, his pride gets the better of him, and he cannot speak to her, and moves back home, leaving her to wonder what had gone wrong once more. Once again their paths have diverted, and they go their separate ways. As Marianne's family life gets worse and worse, she goes off the rails and tries to find answers in all the wrong places, where Connell meets somebody else and forms a good relationship with her, but of course she's not Marianne. But after her friend's suicide, it sends Connell into a deep dark depression, and once again these 2 lovers find each other once more. The ending is pure brilliance, and it leaves you wondering and questioning what will happen next. What will these 2 do together? And you find yourself so invested and so part of the story that the frustration overwhelms you at times. You just want them to live together happily ever after. But then again, that's not how real life works. The 2 leads are absolutely outstanding, and their chemistry is absolutely perfect. I was particularly impressed by Daisy Edgar-Jones' take on Marianne. She just encapsulates the character perfectly, and you really feel for her and are taken by her beauty. Paul Mescal's take on Connell is perfect. He's frustrating, infuriating, but you can't help but like him. The chemistry was so good between the 2 that after filming had wrapped up, Paul Mescal gave his character's signature chain necklace as a gift to Daisy Edgar-Jones. The acting is magnificent. The direction is astounding. And you are taken on this journey over a few years with these 2 star-crossed lovers as they try and find each other through life's many, many challenges. It's real, it's authentic, and it's beautifully made. Normal People is a must-see, and it gets 9 out of 10.